Hi everyone. Do you want to unlock the full potential of time intelligence in Power BI? So then date table is the answer for you. If you're looking out for YTD calculations or month on month calculations, so date table is a secret ingredient that can make all the things work for you. So hi everyone, my name is Amit and in this video I'm going to show you a step-by-step tutorial how to make a date table and do different type of time intelligence calculations. Let's jump onto my screen and have a look at it. In this video everyone, I'm going to use the same dataset that we have used in the previous video where we understood how do we make the calculated columns. So if you have not seen that video, a quick reminder to please watch that up, which will make the learning of this session also easier and better for you. So the training sample data that we have loaded. So now in this, right now we have only one date field. In this dataset, all of you, we have a column which is sales date, which is a date field. So if I make a table over here, and in this table, if I straightforward drag my sales date, you all will notice when I drag the date field, I get a complete hierarchy over here. See, although in the data set, see, if you take a look on the data set, the dates are given to us the normal dates. But when I'm dragging that field over here on this, what we notice over here is that, we get the complete hierarchy. Now, how is this complete hierarchy is coming is because behind the scenes, whenever you load the data in Power BI, it automatically creates a date table. A date table is a hidden one. You cannot see it. So where what Power BI does is it generates the complete hierarchy. So you will see year, quarter, month, and day. That hierarchy gets automatically generated. Now, if you are working with a data set in which you have multiple date fields, say for example, you have a data set in which you have an order date, you have a shipping date, you have a return date. So there can be multiple date fields in the data set. Now, if you have multiple if you have multiple date fields, so what will happen is for each field, right? For each field in the data set, what Power BI will do, it will create a standalone date table. So you will see if you have three date fields, you will be getting three different date tables behind the scenes. So what do you think? Is it a good thing or is it a bad thing? So definitely the good thing is that yes, you will be able to play around with the hierarchies with all the different fields. But the bad thing is that every date table is going to consume some memory. So what we do in that case is I am going to first of all deactivate that functionality, which is going to create these multiple hidden date tables. So with that deactivation of that functionality, what will happen is these tables will now not exist and you will lose this hierarchy also. And rather what we do is I am going to create a standalone date table. So I will create one date table over here. And in this, I will generate all the dates and the complete hierarchy. And then this date field will be connected to all the different date fields. So now instead of having multiple date tables with me, I will be providing all the dates with standalone one date table, wherein I will have the complete hierarchy also with me. And I will also be able to save a lot of memory, which will ultimately going to give me a better experience while I work with those reports. So first of all, let's see how do we deactivate that functionality. So you all have to just click on the file option. So you will click on file option and here you will see options and settings and you have to click on options. Now once I do that, you will see this options box will come up and in this I have to click on data load under current file. So you will see these options are basically global and current file. So because I have to make the changes only in the file which is opened up right now, so I'll click over here on data load and I'm going to simply uncheck this option of auto date and time. See, if I hover on this icon, you will notice it gives me a message that automatically create a hidden date table for each field that has a date or a date time as a data type. I will uncheck this option and I click on OK. Now this is where you see, because now that date table is gone, so I cannot see the complete hierarchy in my visual. I am now left behind with only the dates that were given to me in the data set. We have to click on modeling, and over here you will see the option of new table. Now this new table, all of you, that we are going to create is something we will be creating with the help of a formula. Now if you recall from the previous video, there we have talked about that with the help of DAX we can create three things. We can make calculated columns, calculated tables, and calculated measures. So in this video, kind of you will be seeing the first example of how we are going to use DAX for creating calculated tables. So we click on modeling and now we will click on new table. Now when I come over here, you will see a formula bar will open up. Now I have to give this table a name. I'm going to call it as date table, and I'm going to give it a name. I'm going to use the function which is calendar. See, if you will use calendar function, you will have to give two dates, start date and end date. So I'm saying my starting date is 1st Jan 2020, comma, the ending date is 31st December 2020. Now the moment I hit enter, a table will be created in the backend. So if I go back to the table view, so you will notice now training sample is a table that I was already having, and date table is something which we have just created by writing this formula. Now when I've used this function over here of calendar, see, it is going to generate all the dates starting from 1st Jan 2020 till 31st December 2020. So all the dates have been generated for that period that I have specified. Now the drawback of this formula is that this is going to give you static dates. In case you have a dynamic data which keeps, you keep getting new dates every day and you keep updating your reports with the latest dates in that. So probably this function might not be of great help to you. So in that case, we have a function called as calendar auto. Now what this calendar auto function does, everyone, like whatever tables you have loaded, say suppose you have loaded 5 or 6 different tables, and in different tables you have different date fields. So this calendar auto function will scan each date field. Okay, whatever number of date fields you have, it is going to scan that. And from there, what it will do is it is going to identify the minimum year and the maximum year. Okay, so all the fields will be scanned, and after that minimum year and maximum year will be identified. Say suppose the minimum year is 2017 and the maximum year is 2020. So what this function will do, starting from 1st Jan 2017 till 31st December 2020, all the dates will be generated from minimum year till maximum year. And the beauty of this function is, like if tomorrow you get the data of 2021, 2022, it will automatically increase the range of a data till that maximum year you have in your complete data model. So now in this file, although we have just one date field and the data is starting from 2017 till 2020. So you will notice the moment I hit enter, my formula will be updated. So here you can see the dates have been populated from 1st Jan 2017 till 31st December 2020. Now this table, all of you, is something which is going to act like a normal table. In this, if you want to add calculated columns, you want to do some calculations, everything can be done. So what I'll do now in this table is I'm going to add a new column. So I'm going to call it as year And we will use a function of year in this. So year is an inbuilt function. So this function is going to extract the year. So what we will do now is we will be generating a complete hierarchy within this table. So we have to extract the year from date table date, because date table is the name of the table and date is the name of the column. So you can see that field is auto populating over here because this table exists now. So we have extracted the year. So now again, I am going to click over here on new column. So right now I have added one column. Now I will add another column. We can call it as month. And in this, we will say month of date table date. Now see, when you use month function, everyone, this is going to give you the output in the form of a number. Like in a year, we have 12 months. So this will tell you, is it the first month, second month, or the third month? Now the question that might come to your mind, hey, Amit, I would like to see the month in the form of a name, because when I was using the date tables, I could see the months were being shown to me as Jan, Feb, and March. No problem. So if you add a new column, I'll call it as month name. And see, we have a function called as format. Now in the format function, if I pass date table date, the date field, comma, in the double quotes, if you type 3 times m, if you type 3 times m, this is going to give you a short form of the month. So like you will notice, you will see Jan, Feb, March. So you can see month names have been extracted. And if you put 4 times m, this is going to give you complete month name, like as a full form of the month name. If I add another column over here, say in case I would also like to extract the quarter. So I can say quarter will be, we have an inbuilt quarter function, and from the date table date, we are going to extract quarter out of it. So you will notice we have one, likewise in each quarter we have 3 months, all the quarters have been extracted. And in case you would like to put Q in the starting, so I can say Q ampersand. So this will just ampersand will act as a concatenation operator over here. So here we can see Q1, Q2, Q3 has been generated. So if you now see, we have a similar date table which we were seeing previously in Power BI. The same thing is shown to me. Now I'll simply go to my model view. So here we will be able to see both the tables. We have training sample and the date table. So what I'm going to do now is we will simply connect these two tables to each other. So we have sales date, date. So we will simply link them up, date with sales date. And there you go. See, now the two tables are going to be connected to each other where they will have one-to-many cardinality. Now, if I go back to my report view, let's create a matrix. So if I click over here on matrix, I would like to showcase month name. See, month name will come from the date table. And I will put country into the columns. And let's bring sales in the values. So here we can see a matrix has been created where we are picking the month name, which is coming from the date table. And we have, the country, which is coming from the sales, the training sample 2 table, where we have the transactional data. So now when you make this matrix, do you notice something in this, all of you? Just take a pause for 2 seconds and identify what's the issue in this matrix as of now. So you can see the month names are not sorted in the sequence. They are alphabetically sorted, but not the sequence in which the months come. So how do I correct it? See, I just have to go to my table view. So what has happened is, because when I'm using format function is giving me the output in the form of a text, like January, February, March is something which is coming out as a text. But what I want is, I want this to be saved as, I mean, I can't change the saving type, but I want the sorting that should be happening should not be alphabetical. I want that, January should be coming first and then the February. So this concept, all of you, is called as custom sorting. So see, wherever the month name is Jan, can I say month number will be 1? Wherever it is going to be Feb, the month number will be 2. So what I will do is, I am going to select my column of month name, right? So I select the column of month name. And when you select this column, you will see an option of column tools. And over here, you will see an option of sort by column. Here I'm going to simply say, I want month name to be sorted by month. So this is more like doing a mapping. So Jan will be considered 1, Feb will be considered 2. So likewise, the sorting is mapped now. Let's have a look on the table, whether my output has changed or not. So there you see, now the month names are coming sorted in the sequence of Jan to December. So this is where we have seen how we make a date table, and then we use it for our further calculations. And in case you want to do some custom sorting, that is how you will have to apply custom sorting as well. So I hope you all would have enjoyed watching this video where you have understood how we make and play around with the date table. So in the next video, I will be showing you how to work with measures, and that's where we will be seeing how we use this date table for doing YTD calculations, current month versus previous month calculation, which is a very important topic from the interview point of view, your project works, and in case you are going for a PL 300 certification. Thanks everyone for watching this video. See you in the next one.